Hi everyone, my name's Kathy. Welcome to my frugality channel, Skint Living UK. Welcome to Cheapy Tuesday, where I talk about any bargain shopping I've got, any thrifting, any crafting or DIY I might have done during the week, or just generally what I've been up to. This week I've been finishing off my son's Christmas stocking. I made this from his childhood, his kiddie Doctor Who pillowcase. I done one for my son as well with Thomas the Tank Engine, and I've quilted it by hand. I use a cotton and a thread. Haven't got round to working out how to use my sewing machine properly. I've had it for years, and about 2 years ago I put it in my wardrobe while I was going racking because the tension keeps going wrong and things keep jamming up and stuff like that. So it's obviously a tension issue. So I need to get some lessons. And the irony is my mum used to be a sewing machinist, used to make clothes in the 60s, 70s and 80s. And I just can't get the hang of it. I think it's multiple things because A, I'm left-handed, B, I'm clumsy, and C, I've got arthritis in my hand. So, yeah, my brain just fries. I think it's probably predominantly because I'm left-handed. So I've made the binding using some fabric that I had from the kiddies' dresses that I picked up last year. My local charity shop usually has a £1 rail, and at the end of the season, like this time of the year, they have like a free rail with jumpers and sweatshirts on, and at the end of summer they have summer clothes on, and they had a load of summer dresses last year, the kiddies ones, so I picked up a couple of red ones, a couple of blue ones, a yellow and a pink one. So I've been doing a bit of English paper piecing where you make hexagons and sew them together because A, I want to make a cushion, and B, I'm thinking of making a curtain along with a bit of denim. For my shoe rack, I don't know if you've watched my living room tour video. I painted my shoe rack. It's made of oak solid wood, but I painted it in the same colour green as my living room because I had a bit of paint left over. So I thought it was nice sort of continuing the green around the house. So yeah, I'm going to make a curtain. And also I'm making my own Christmas stocking. So I've pinned it to this cardboard template I made from a Kellogg's cornflakes box. Please excuse the noises. I've got a cat who wants lots of attention in this room, and in the back room I've got a whingy dog because she can hear me whinge talking, so she whinges. She's terrible. She's even just little howls. The neighbours must think she's being bullied. Yeah, so I've pinned it here, there and everywhere on this cardboard template. And I can see now because I've trimmed around the edges the little bits that are missing. So I've got little bits that I've cut up, like for up here. I'm going to put there, need to sew it on and trim it. Up there, and sew it on and trim it. So I'm sort of getting there. And then when I've done both of them, what I did for my son who's in Scotland and his girlfriend, I did a pin-on Christmas decoration with their initial on and pinned it underneath the snowy bit. And then if they want, they can put it on the Christmas tree. So that's to do. I've also used the gingham dresses to make cushions for my kitchen bench because I wanted them to be cottage-like. These are the kiddies' dresses like I mentioned, and there's a piece of man's shirt that I thrifted. I love the shades of blue in that. And a piece of my son's pyjama bottoms that he's outgrown. And I've sewn on some of those little daisy chains you may have seen in other videos. These have been appliqued onto fabric, hand sewn on. I don't use a sewing machine because I'm rubbish on it, and I always use denim for everything. This is lighter denim on the back. I like to use denim because it's cheap. It's robust, it's abundant, and I just think you can pick up a pair of jeans if you haven't got any for about £1, £1.50, maybe £2, and make yourself a raft of stuff with it. I made a second one because I had a bit of fabric over. If you see my pantry video, I hand sewed a curtain for the bottom to hide all the ugly bits, and this was a piece left over. So I used that last piece and made another cushion, and I've also been making a draft excluder. If you've seen my video the other week, I bought some applique patches, sew-on patches. My son's girlfriend loves cats, him and her. I've got 4 cats between them. I used a cheapy blanket I got from Home and Bargains for £3, and I've sewn in a zip, and this zip came off one of the kiddies' dresses. So I've kept my nice zips in this ice cream tub. I've got a bag of denim ones from jeans, and I've kept these. So some have got stars, some have got hearts on. So I just think, well, if they're pretty, I might as well use them on an object. That way you can really see the zip on it. So I've made a nice cover. So this will go to my son's girlfriend because she's actually got a cat like that. She loves Pokemon. And I've got this like Tim Burton style cat. There was a dog movie called Frankenweenie. It looked very similar to that, but it was a dog. So I've got loads of fabric left, so I reckon I should get 1 or 2 out of that £3 blanket. So if I get 3, it works out at £1. A draft excluder, and then I'm going to make some denim ones for me because we're moving to Scotland and it's freezing up there. I've been to my local charity shop this week and I've picked up this dish. This was 50p. This is going to go on the wooden tray I've got across the bath, and I'll stick something in there. I think it's really pretty. While I was there, I picked up this little jug. You can't really see in this light, but it's got a blue, I don't think you can really see, it's got a blue hue. So this is going to go on my vintage cocktail drinks trolley, which is full of rubbish at the moment. Yes, my cat's trying to get attention. And I picked up, that was 50p as well, and I picked up 3 pillowcases because it's always handy to either have spare pillowcases or fabric for my English paper piecing. They're really 80s, big flowers on. That looks like hydrangeas. I don't know what the other ones are. There's a rose on a black background, but I like the back with a little, it looks like a Japanese type pattern to me, very similar to those geometric ones that you get on Japanese fabrics, and a pink and purple check one with a zigzaggy line pat backing. So I thought, if they don't get used as spare pillowcases, I'm going to use them for crafting. And I also picked up this t-shirt, not because I want to wear it. I've been looking for doilies everywhere, and I thought, oh, perfect. I'm going to use this lace in crafting projects. Look at that scallopy edge, isn't it beautiful? And the t-shirt itself will get used for dust and rags. So nothing will go to waste. So they were all from my charity shop. The t-shirt was £1.50, the jug and the dish were 50p each. And me pillowcases were 50p each. So happy with all that little stash. I went to Bernardo's yesterday. I had a look round, and as they say, the pièce de résistance. It's this mega big ice bucket. It cost me £5, which is expensive for me, but I loved it. It's a big chunky thing. If I put it against the cat, you sort of get the scale. It's massive. See, if we put it against the ice cream tub, you can see how big it is, but isn't it beautiful? It's got reeded glass. It's really heavy. Big solid metal handle and lid. I can't find any maker's mark on it, but I just think, oh, that's beautiful. So when I get myself organised, that'll go on my drinks trolley over there. I'm just so pleased with it. It's lovely, isn't it? And it was £5. And as I said, that's lots for me. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So I just thought, oh, I've got to get that. So I popped into Bernardo's, as you know, I'm still looking for frames for my big Mooka print, which is here. I dropped off some clutter while I was there. I've been decluttering loads. Despite me picking up bits from the charity shop, I've got rid of lots of stuff. Because I need to, because A, the house needs to look tidy when viewers come and the estate agents, and B, I can't move all that stuff. I know a lot of stuff I'm going to be giving to my sons, so the stuff I keep won't go to waste. And the only shopping I've picked up is I got some blueberry muffins, and they were on offer for £1.46. I think they usually £1.98. So I'll probably do a bit of shopping later on the week. I've been really tired because I've been putting the whole carpet down upstairs on the landing. Our landing's weird. It's got 3 sections. So you get to the top of the stairs, and that's high up, and then it drops down in front of the box room on that cottagecore video I just shown you, and the bathroom that drops down there. So I've done those 2, and then there's a big, then you go back up again, and there's a long bit next to my bedroom and the middle bedroom where my son is. So it's on 3 different levels. So I've done those, and it all come from offcuts from all the other rooms, and I've got enough there to do the stairs, but I haven't done the stairs yet because I've still got all my bits of wood on it from for the skirting boards to go in this room, and there's a little bit missing around the fireplace in the back room. This carpet is rotten. It's been trashed because I had to renovate the box room and the bathroom. I had to gut both rooms, so as you can imagine, the mess was everywhere. It's been hoovered to death, but it's rotten. But bear in mind, I put this down in 2020 and it was light grey, which was a bad choice, so that's why it's dirty. So yeah, so there's my bag of offcuts there to go in the bin. So lots to do, but I've been full of cold. I think it's probably because of all the dust when I've been pulling carpets up and hoovering and stuff like that. My chest is feeling a bit ick. So I'll go shopping during the week and hopefully pick up some bargains, and I'll show you them. But I'm happy with my little stash of vintage stuff. I wonder what age this is. What do you reckon, maybe 80s? I don't know, I just love that glass. And my bits of fabric, and my little dish that'll go on my tray in the bath, and the little jug that's going to go on my drinks trolley as well. And I bought a cocktail shaker the other week, which cost me £1, and I've got some bits in the other room which will be moved into here. So I'll leave some in there and have some in here. So slowly but surely getting there with my drinks trolley. It's not high on my list of priorities, but when I seen that, I thought, oh, definitely getting that. It's fabulous, so pleased with it. So let me know if you've picked up any bargains. Have you been making anything? Have you been doing any throws or blankets or cushions? Or like me, mad draft excluders. I've got more patches there, so more excluders to be made and more patches to be sewn on. There was 3 different ways of sewing on. I done round the edges, that was really hard. Then I did round the black edge, and that was even worse because it was dead thick. So in the end, I ended up just sewing round the inside edge, and that was the best way I found to get your needle in without having to use pliers to pull your needle through. So if you're going to sew patches on, I recommend you go round the edges, because doing it like that is a pain and the stitches is really visible, and trying to get through the black sewn edge there is really hard because it's dead thick. So there you go, a little sewy tip. Please like, share and subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. Bye for now.